Hello and welcome to this data service instructional video. This video is going to show you how you can grade your students for the marking period for math practices, All right, so it's just an assessment that's been set up at each grade level. So if you go into Enter Assessments, number 2 on your teacher menu, and make sure that your course is set up for the course you'd like to grade and the subject is set up to math, because that's where the math practices are. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see that it is independent of all of the other units. So it's not a unit-specific assessment. It is independent of that. And you'll see also learning behaviors are down here as well. You can grade learning behaviors at each subject level. It's at the bottom of each of the assessment list. All right, but for this video, we're going to click on Math Practices, Marking Period 1. So this is just the Marking Period 1 assessment that's set up, and it's just like any other assessment. You can view, edit a single, or you can bulk edit your entire class. And for this video, we're going to bulk edit. Once I click on the bulk edit, it's just like every other assessment. I can set the date that I would like that these students were assessed, and I can go across this top line and give my first student here scores, and then copy all. It'll copy the first line of scores to all students, and then I can go through and change the other student scores, make them accurate to whatever the student achieved. One of the other things is that not all of these math practices have to be filled in. Just fill in the math practices that the student performed during each marking period, I would suppose. So during marking period 1, if they worked on math practice 1, 3, 4, and 5, you can just put the grades in for those particular math practices. You don't have to grade all of the math practices. If a student does not have a grade in one of these math practice columns, that's okay. The student will not get penalized for not having a grade there. They don't get like a 1. They just don't get a score at all. So it says it'll be not assessed. Other than that, you just make sure that you save the scores when you are finished. And again, this is just an assessment that was set up to capture math practice scores for a particular marking period. So you can put that information in here, and then in the future there will be more assessments set up for math practices in the future marking periods. So we're just starting with marking period 1 right now. All right, thank you so much for watching the video.